Well, welcome to the final round of the 2023 AMA Pro Motocross Series. And we have Joe Shimoda with a fantastic 1-1 today for the overall winner, and Tom Vial came in a solid third place overall today. Hayden Deegan, second overall. I guess he's feeling under the weather with the flu or so he's not up here, hopefully to not only to recover, but to get you guys sick or anything like that. But Joe, tell us about your week. You've had quite a week. Last week, I was actually on the airplane with you, and I know that you got into San Diego very, very late at night, and you had to wait for your mom to come pick you up, and it was just kind of a crazy week for you. And then you come here at Ironman Raceway and have kind of a magical day. So tell us about your week and what led up into this race.
Yeah, for me, first of all, sorry about missing the.
Closer.
First of all, sorry about missing the press conference last week, trying to beat Hurricane. Yeah, but yeah, just just the whole day. You wake up 6 a.m. to go to the track, and that day, after we got done racing, I just went straight to the airport, got to the home 3 a.m. with the East Coast time. I feel like I didn't sleep for 24 hours. It was a tough flight, but no, all fine.
How much practicing did you do all week? Were you ready to go?
Yeah, so I was all week. I was very sleepy. Monday sleepy, Tuesday was sleepy. I basically did 5 laps at Glen Helen, and then that was it for the week. And it worked out great for today.
Well, maybe that's a magic formula. Just 5 laps of practice during the week and come here and dominate with a 1-1. So tell us, I talked to you briefly earlier, but you were aware that Kawasaki has won a race since 1981 every single season, either Supercross or Motocross. And this was the first season that Kawasaki had not won a race, and it looked like you saved the brand at the final round. Are you aware of that record?
Yeah, so I didn't know that actually. My mechanic told me after the race. They've been working so hard for me. So it's nice to bring something to the table for them. I'm grateful, and then it's probably good for them too.
Well, speaking of working hard, Pro Circuit, Ryder DiFrancesco, both hole shots. You were right up there on the start. Did Mitch Payton find some extra power for you guys, or what's going on with the Kawasaki 250s?
Especially like today. Yeah, today actually we all had a good start. I don't know why. Maybe the dirt and the bike matched or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Something in there, something in the water. Tom Vial, congratulations, another podium. Tell us, coming over to America for the first year, racing the whole series this year, tell us about your experience, and did it meet your expectations, or did you learn anything that you would do the same or different, or what was your overall experience and takeaway from this year?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really know. Like, I never raced those guys in the past, so I didn't really know the level, the speed. So I was pretty excited the first race in Para, and I ride my whole life training a whole winter for motocross, and I never rode from September, October till Para, almost like a month ago. We ride almost only Supercross, and I didn't really have let's say a good base riding motocross, so it was pretty tough. Those guys are, let's say, pretty much used to it for many years to switch between 2 series. But it was pretty tough. I didn't really also the bike setup and stuff. I was not lost, but I think I did a few mistakes with the suspension and myself. So I had some up and downs. Of course, this season learning the track was not so easy, especially when I didn't ride the press day. It was pretty tough. Straight in the morning, we used to do 5-6 laps maybe, and then the practice already done, and learning the jump and the corner wasn't easy, to be honest. So I had a few good races, some race where I crashed, I couldn't finish. I missed, I think, 2 races this season. So it's pretty tough, But nice to finish for sure on the podium for the last one.
And you also, you got your first win at Southwick, so that had to feel pretty good. Were you more comfortable on the sand track because you train more in Europe, in Belgium area, and some of the sand tracks?
Yeah, I'm let's say for sure used to ride in the sand for many years. I've been training there in Belgium. It's only a sand track, So I knew to put my bike, and of course the feeling came back pretty fast. I could win the first moto and third in the second moto, so it was nice to win the overall. It was in the sand, of course, but for sure, I think that's helped me those last 4 years in the Belgium, in Lommel, riding a lot in the sand. For sure, that they helped me a lot.
Winning the 2 world championships in the MX2 class, you were also known for somebody who got a lot of hole shots. And you had a few this year, but personally I expected you to get a lot of hole shots because you're a great starter. Tell us, or tell me and everyone listening here, what you were telling me earlier about your starts and the competition here in the U.S.
It's way different. So in Europe, the start is pretty much we all line up from the first gate till the last. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it's really not like this. There's ruts after the gates, what in Europe we don't have. They fix and clean after every start, so we don't have any ruts. So actually here in the outdoor, you have to choose the gates often from the ruts after the gates. So it make it tough. And to be honest, like in Europe, it's a lot of KTM, Husky, and gas bikes. So a lot of guys have the same bike as you know. So it's pretty tough. There's a lot of brands. It's way different than Europe, I think. But like I said, there's many guys fast who can win a Moto. I think like 7 or 8 guys can win a Moto this year. So it's tough, but I think for the fun and everyone watching, it make it nice.
Oh, very good. And Joe, we talked briefly before the press conference. Can you tell the people listening, well, you qualified 5th today, but when you have to look on the track, who is the fastest rider, it'd be hard to argue that you weren't the fastest rider. So how seriously do you try to be the fastest qualifier, or is it to you it doesn't really seem to matter? I mean, looking at riders, let's say Hunter Lawrence doesn't seem to care as much about that. Jet Lawrence seems to always care about it. Just everybody's different. So tell us your approach to qualifying and how important it is for you to try to be the fastest qualifier.
Every time I go to the track, I care about everything. I think it's nice to have a fastest qualifier. It kind of sets the tone, but mostly I'm doing it. I try to have nice result for having a good gate picks. And that's the most the thing I'm focused on. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Tom talked about the importance of that. You pick a gate for location, but also for the rut that's maybe out in front of the gate. So that's a very important thing.
I do have a question though for you.
Yeah, for Tom.
Some of the starts that you did, like especially Southwick, do you time him?
No, to be honest, I never count. I never count the second, or I don't know. I was actually in Southwick, the gate moved a little bit, and I just went for it. Like I don't know, I was lucky a little bit. But last weekend in Butts Creek, the restart, I also a great start. Even just when the gate barely moved, I went, and I don't count the second or something, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just feel the gate is gonna drop, and I just went for it.
Okay, now it's your turn. You get to ask Tom. You can ask Joe a question. His secrets.
I don't know what to say.
I just think some of his starts I don't think anybody can beat.
Yeah, honestly, I know. I mean, I think when you arrived in the U.S. and everybody found out that Tom Vial was coming to America, we all knew how an incredible starter you were, and so we all expected you to get lots of hole shots for sure. And you did get some, but
Yeah, I did get some, but of course not as much as I wanted. But like I said, the start are pretty tough, and it's way different than Europe. Like we line up way different, and like I said, the ruts, and there's a lot of things pretty happening, on the start.
So are you both, I'll ask each one of you, are you both excited about the new Super Motocross? There's a lot of money on the line, and I think Joe, you're in 5th in the standings right now, and Tom, you're 6th in the standings in the Super Motocross seating. So are you looking forward to that first round coming up at ZMAX Raceway?
Yeah, I mean, any race that I go to, I treat it as the same. So if I go to the race, for sure I'll try to do my best, and yeah, that's not going to change for me.
Yeah, how about you, Tom?
I think it's pretty nice. I think it's new, so nobody knows what's going on there, so that's pretty cool. Make it everyone on the same level, I think. So we're going to ride a little bit. I think I saw the program. We're going to ride a little bit on Friday and then the race on Saturday, and I think it's going to be nice. Those 3 races, a little bit between Supercross and Motocross, and it's going to be fun for sure.
Okay, we'll take some questions from the media here.
Hi, Dan Beaver, NBC Sports. Kind of for both of you guys, starting with Southwick, you were good, strong, steady up until then, have become even stronger since. Is that just getting into the rhythm, Joe, specifically for you, coming back from injury? Did it take a couple of rounds to get into that podium contention form every week?
I mean, for sure, towards the end of the season, I think the bike setup, I found something on the bike, and that was getting better and better each race, and yeah, yeah, around Southwick, that was like a little bit of my turning point for me. Since then, I feel like I could ride more like myself, and that helped me a lot for sure.
And then, Tom, you've been so close to the podium, Southwick podium, Spring Creek podium, Butts Creek, fourth in Unadilla. What happened? What's gone on with you?
Yeah, I was close. The first two rounds, I was fourth again. I did many times fourth actually. I think 5 times or 6 times in the season. Like was pretty tough to be so close to the podium. So nice to finish the season on the podium. But like I said earlier, like knowing the track, didn't know the track, and learning the track. The morning was pretty tough when I didn't have the press day. So I kind of doing the first moto a little bit half. I couldn't really push. The track are super wide in the outdoor, and I wasn't really used to it. So way different than Europe, the track. So I feel like the end of the season was better. We make some change on the bike with the team, and the last 2 races were pretty good. So hopefully we can continue like this for next year.
And then again, for both of you guys, do you subscribe to the theory of momentum? And is this going to help you in the 3-race Super Motocross playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy because you can create the confidence just in a day. Like if you go out there just riding around on the track first lap, and sometimes you just feel good, and that boosts it a little bit. Today I feel, I don't know, I feel like I could do it today, you know, on the gate, and with that, like just to start helped me a lot, and yeah.
Yeah, I think like it's pretty exciting those 3 races at the end, and like I said, it's new for everyone. So it's gonna be nice, fun to race, and we're gonna discover that in 2 weeks. So can't wait to be there and race for sure.
And then Victoria Beaver, Auto Racing Digest, Shimoda. Unlike in 450s, in 250s, it's been hard to come by 1-in-1s. After winning the first Moto today, did you feel any extra pressure going to Moto 2? And when you got the lead, did you feel it coming?
No, not really. In my mind today, honestly, forget about championship. And it's the last race too, you know. I feel like I came into the track today having, you know, nice breakfast, just good vibes all day, really. Like my goal was to just stay chill, have fun, and really just enjoy this environment and racing. And I guess that turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, Jason of Racer X, and I'll go to you first, Tom. We talk a lot about the difference of the tracks and the format. What about the bike? You have to race a production bike over here. KTM has been so strong in MX2, including you. What has that adjustment been like, and what is this bike like?
Actually, to be honest, with the new KTM bike, the frame is the same. So in Europe and here, we have the same frame. Everyone actually, from the 125 till the 450, the same frame. So I didn't change the frame for sure. Like there's a few stuff in the engine that we can't do it here, and make it a little bit different with the fuel, that we don't run the same fuel in Europe. So for sure the bike is a little bit different. But yeah, like I said, we don't train here much before the first race in motocross, so you kind of discover the bike a little bit before, and I think I make some decision was not the best one, I think, with the suspension setup early in the year, but we ended up like on a good setup, and pretty excited for next year.
You're going to be on the Motocross of Nations team. Will this be a chance to experiment with some of the stuff that's available over there, or will you just take your setup from here? How will you play that?
I still don't know, to be honest. We're going to decide next week and a little bit the plan, or we're going to do the bike. But the track is pretty nice there. I won last year at the GP, so it's a nice track, and I can't wait to be there.
Cool. For Joe, I don't know if you know this. Kawasaki had not won a race this year in either class. The last time that happened. Did you say this already? You already answered this one. I need it on record, so can I do it again? It had been 1981 since Cowie didn't win a race. So answer the question again. What's it like to have done that, and did you know that before you were asked earlier when I wasn't here?
No, I didn't know. Like I got off the track after the second moto, and one of the Cowie guys told me, "Oh, you kept the streak." I'm like what streak you're talking about? And yeah, after hearing that, I think, they've been awesome to me. They've been working hard, so like bringing some kind of result for them is, just they I'm just stoked to have like some kind of result on the table, and just, happy for them.
You guys all got good starts today, and the last couple races have been like that. Did they find more power or something like a couple races ago? Because you guys have been much better lately.
Yeah, I answered this question too, but
oh jeez,
like three guys get good start. Some guys get good start in some rounds, but today for some reason everybody got a good start. Something worked, I guess.
The bike doesn't necessarily get faster halfway through the year or something?
No, it's the same engine and stuff. Like, everybody probably knows, but I had like pretty bad start. I'm, not that good really. But yeah, today, for some reason, everybody had it.
Any other questions you already asked that you want me to ask Brock? We got more over there. Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch Kendra from Racer X. Joe, you won motos last year. You won overalls last year in Pro Motocross. We know you had the Supercross injury that kept you out for a lot of the season. Did you kind of have any pressure for yourself to win an overall, to win a moto this summer? Like, just knowing you come back from the injury, just like, did you have any pressure on yourself knowing you wanted to deliver results?
No pressures really. I'll go to the race, same mentality. Treat every race the same way, and yeah, for sure it's nice to win. But after injury, the fitness and the speed, you can build this pretty quick. But just those small doubts in your head, it was so hard for me to get rid of. Always like if you're at that like fast speed, I feel like I don't want to go on the ground again, and I'll just let off a little bit. But race by race, I get rid of that, and I hope we're back.
Yeah, we talked a little about yesterday before the race. You kind of like this track. You said you've had good finishes here before and some good battles. Is it something about the layout of the track, the dirt of the track, like you said, just good vibes here? What makes this track so good for you, or what do you enjoy about this track? Is it the jumps, the layout, the dirt? Just take us through why do you gel so well with this track?
Honestly, I don't mind racing anywhere on the track, like any place. My first goal is to just get a start, and that changes the whole thing. And then today I had it. So.
Yeah, and like you said, so you're able to get that start, and then you're able to push through the whole moto. We kind of talked in the past, like, even if you're not the best in qualifying, if you start your day good, you kind of build on it, and just keep letting it snowball in the right direction. Just talk a bit about, going one day for the 1-1 for the first time here, and just putting everything together. Like, you weren't the fastest this morning, but you had good times, and you just were able to let it flow through. Like, just talk about putting it all together in one day instead of just here and there, and then, good qualifying, good starts, moto win, and then repeat that. Just talk a bit about that.
It's you can build your day from having a good qualify, and that puts you into a good spot. But just executing on the first couple laps is the most important thing, especially outdoors, or Supercross too. Like, and then that's kind of my missing piece sometimes. So no, it's nice to have that today.
Yeah, and then one more I just had for Tom. Obviously, you got through Supercross. You had a little bit of banged up a little bit here and there and stuff, but motocross, you made it through the whole season. Again, a couple of crashes here and there, but you made it to every track, which was probably a goal of yours. Maybe you wanted to be better in the championship, win more races and overalls and stuff, but do you kind of have confidence heading into next year, knowing that you've come to the tracks, you've learned the schedule, you're comfortable with later in the bike with the season and everything, and just, I guess, does that give you confidence heading into next year of now you know what it's going to be like, and now you can really give a run at it next year?
Yeah, sure. I think for next year, knowing the track would be a little bit better. Like, it was pretty tough on some track. Like I said before, like, when I didn't ride the press day, learning the track in the morning, we only get like 5-6 laps, and it's pretty tough. So that's why I missed actually 2 races. Like in Turner Valley, I didn't ride both. I mean, I ride the first moto, but I had a crash, so I scored like no points. And same as Portugal, so I'm actually like 2 races off. So what's for the championship, of course, it's pretty tough. I think it's when you come from Europe and playing for the championship, the first year is pretty hard. But I had some good race for sure. Maybe not the season I really wanted, but I'm pretty confident for next year. That will help me a lot, knowing the track, like how they develop, and it's gonna be for sure more easy.
Well, thank you very much for your time and answering a lot of questions for people at home. And good luck, and hope to see you on Team Japan. I know at first you were saying maybe no, but hopefully something has changed. So we'll see you guys soon in Charlotte. Yeah, I think you guys need to put your mics on so we can get to listen to the race stories there. We want to hear the details there. So congratulations, you guys, for a long season, a good result, the final round. Chase, we'll start with you. 2 solid second places. Ran into a buzzsaw today from, obviously Jet Lawrence having that phenomenal year, the perfect season. You kept him honest every single race. It seemed like you close. Today, the second moto, you tried very, very hard. You pushed all the way to the very end. And tell us about your day and kind of what was going through your head. I mean, I'm sure you wanted to stop that streak, just like somebody want to break up a no-hitter when you're batting against them. So tell us about it.
Yeah, it was. I felt good today. I like this track a lot. I've always gelled well with this one. I raced a few GNCCs here growing up, and then my first race here was 2017. I've always done good here. So coming here, I was excited. Some of the track changes, I kind of wish they would have ran the wood section, but they didn't. So the track was a little bit shorter this year. But yeah, I feel like I rode good. I really gave it my all. I would say the theme for this year, my outdoor season, was never quitting, because it was a trying outdoor season, but I gave it my all and put it all on the track. So it's all I can do, and I just gotta get better. I can tell you it stings very, very bad, but just gonna make us better.
Okay, no question. You look like you were excited today to try to put it together. It is a good track for you. You grew up not too far from here, so this is pretty much your local race. Looking back, is there anything you felt like, what could I have done different? Even let's just talk about today. I mean, the first moto, your start wasn't very good. That was rule 1. What happened on that start there? Were you just a little bit behind on the drop, or?
My reaction time was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
I just picked that gate, honestly, not because I was inside Jet. That was the gate I wanted, and he didn't pick it, so I'm like, I'm going to go there. Horrible start. I don't know how I came. I made so many passes the first 3 corners. I don't know how I did that, but I got to the back of him, and then second moto I had a good jump, good start, and it was pretty much just me following him on the track the whole race. I feel like my riding's been really good. I think people are trying to say that I'm not as good as I was last year, but I still think you take obviously Jet away, I feel like my riding's been getting better and better, and it's obviously tough getting beat every race in a series, but like I said, I feel like I have improved, and I think Jet's just elevated the game, and I'm going to take that this off season and work my ass off and come out in Supercross and be better. And we still got 3 races left. I'm ready to strap that Supercross suspension back on, because this outdoor series has been tough. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously frustrated, but we're here to fight another day, and looking forward to those SMX races.
Well, we're looking at the number 1 and the number 2 seed for the Super MX coming up, and are you excited, Aaron? Tell us about this. Chase said he raced at GNCC here. You had to have raced at GNCC here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I raced probably from 06 to 2012 here.
Yeah, quite a few of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
tell us about how excited you are with the new playoff series coming. There's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely stoked for it. Obviously, it's 3 more rounds, and I'm intrigued to see what the tracks are like. If they're like one of the Speedway Supercrosses we've had, or if they're a little bit different. So excited to see how the tracks shape up, and then just excited to go to new venues and see the turnout. It's been a while since we've been over. I don't even know if they've ever raced in Charlotte, but yeah, I'm excited to get to Charlotte, Chicago, and then to LA, and then yeah, I'm pumped. There's a lot of money up for grabs, and hopefully we got a good setup going into this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, the crowd ought to be right up your alley. I've been told that both Chicagoland and ZMAX Raceway First, that the camping is already sold out. So you going to go mingle with the campers at all, or what do you think?
Maybe they might get me in trouble.
Speaking of trouble, you mentioned you could have done without that first moto today. Tell us about your first moto a little bit. You bounced back. Your second moto seemed to be a little stronger than your first motos. Is that getting to be a habit, or tell us about your first moto and what went wrong, and then tell us about what went right in the second moto?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like this first moto here was almost a repeat of Budds Creek and of Unadilla. It was just like I get out there and I kind of tighten up about halfway through, and a lot of people get by me, and then I hold my own around fourth or fifth, and then yeah, we go back and we regroup and make little changes to the bike, and then I come out and ride a lot better. I have no idea, but got to figure that out. We've been working on it, trying to, but it is what it is, and I'm pumped to finish the outdoor season out pretty good on the podium, and yeah.
And Chase, phenomenal season with Supercross Championship coming your way. Probably one of the, I don't want to call it worst kept secrets in the pits, but you're moving to a different team next year. And are you going to be starting to train, practice when you get to start riding the new bike, and you guys be teammates?
Unfortunately, I can't really comment on it. Obviously, on the podium, I said a few things, but I can't really comment on it. I'm really focused on these next 3 races, and yeah, I guess we'll see when the off season comes.
Fair enough. So, Dan, do you have some questions?
Yeah. Dan Beaver, NBC Sports. Chase, frustration is obviously one emotion, but if you could pick a second emotion that describes your motocross season, what would it be, and then elaborate on it some?
Does pissed off count? No, I mean, if I look back on it, the progress that I've made since I've turned pro, it's been a big step for me. Growing up, I was never the guy that was winning races, and I feel like, I don't know, I mean, maybe even 2020, I think I'm a different guy than I was then. So I would say I'm obviously grateful from where I've came from, and it's hard to see past what's right in front of me, and getting beat today was not great, but I'm very grateful to be where I am, and to be a Supercross champion is something I've always dreamed of. It's easily forgotten when you have not a great outdoor season, but I plan on trying to right that wrong in SMX, and just get into the off season on a positive note, and I'm gonna work my butt off for next year. I got a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, and it's gonna be fun. So a lot of training, and just looking forward to progressing and coming out next season a better rider.
On the whole, probably the strongest rider this season. Hard to put it in perspective given what Jet's done in motocross, but with the Supercross Championship and all the podiums that you've had up until here, is that can you take encouragement from that heading into the Super Motocross rounds?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I only finished off the podium in outdoors one time in a moto, and that obviously was 9th, so not great, but yeah, I was consistent, and like I said, I think I rode better since I got back at Red Bull. I believe that I've been a better rider the last few races, and that's something that I can always look back on and be positive about. It's like I said, it's tough because I'm a racer, and obviously I want to win, and that's how pretty much everybody in this 450 class is. So it's something, like I said, it's going to make me motivated, but definitely I feel like I said I made progress this outdoor season, even if it wasn't what I wanted. Like I said, I made progress, so I can hold my hat on that.
And for Aaron, None of us really know what these hybrid tracks are going to be like, but everybody kind of assumes they're going to be something like Daytona or Atlanta on steroids. You are so good on those tracks. Are you encouraged by the thought that that could be true?
Yeah, for sure. I've always loved an outdoor supercross track, so these won't have whoops, and that's usually my my weak point at those tracks. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to how they actually shape up, because that's kind of a guesstimate right now. They could be totally different, or they could be very, very similar. So I'm looking forward to getting there and actually seeing what the track looks like, seeing the fans in North Carolina, and yeah, I'm ready to get back on the gate.
And then Victoria Beaver, Auto Racing Digest for Chase. In the middle of the Supercross season, when you had a few unlucky races, you stepped away, blocked out the hate and stuff going on online, and came back and won a championship. So how can you mirror that mindset to come into Super Motocross and do the same thing?
I think for most of my career, I've been a bit of an underdog, and I think that's shaped me into the person that I am. And these races that I obviously am disappointed, I think just ultimately makes me better. I could say it's a good thing to have, but also I wouldn't like to lose. So that would be obviously a negative, but I think it's just the kind of person I am. I think when I get beat and I have these struggles, that it makes me want to win more and more, and winning is addicting, and that's something I always want to do. So in Supercross, I was able to bounce back, and I think it's just a matter of time. I'm like I said, I'm happy to put the SX suspension back on and go to these speedways tracks. I've always liked them. Had a good race at Atlanta this year. Obviously no whoops, but I think in the rhythm sections I gain a lot of time, so I'll be looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm ready to bounce back. It's definitely far from over, and something that I'm looking forward to that challenge, and ready to get back on the top step.
Okay. And then AP. The crowd's reaction to you today, and whenever you're within 50 feet of them, is insane. Have you ever been able to get used to that?
Not really. It's insane to see that people could like me that much. I don't know. I just kind of like being myself up there, and I get pumped when I get up on the podium, and they feed off of that, and I feed off of them, and it feels good. It feels good when they go crazy for you, and like I said, I could hear them around the whole track, and I was in third, and it's crazy, but I really love the fans, and they bring the best out of me.
We're good. Great question, Victoria. I was going to ask you the same thing, Chase, about being the underdog throughout your career. Another thing you had to do this year is you've had to be professional in the good moments and the bad. Obviously, you had highs in Supercross, but every time you went down leading, you did your interviews, you went to the podium, you came to the press conference, you're doing the same thing all year here. Just talk about that, carrying yourself like a professional in the good and the bad, when you could have just stormed off of here and we would have been mad, but we wouldn't have been able to do anything about it.
I have to bite my tongue a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm the best loser. It's like today it was pretty tough. I was very just disappointed, not in anybody but myself, but I think a little bit of a sore loser. So not that I'm happy to get second, but at the end of the day it's on me. So not showing up for things after the race is only gonna make me look worse, and it's not gonna help me out at all. So it takes me about, I don't know, this one I was pretty hot after that second moto, but after about 20, 25 minutes, I seemed to calm down a little bit, talk myself off the ledge, and get back into a better headspace. So, like I said, we'll sit in this crap right now, but tomorrow and Monday we'll get back to work and ready for the next race.
The second moto was better than the first. What was the difference there? Was it just straight up wanting it that much worse, or did something change? Because you hung in there much closer Moto 2.
Yeah, we changed shocks for second moto. I was struggling first moto a little bit, just coming into the turns. So second moto we changed the shock, and it made it a lot better. I was able to push a lot harder, and just was able to ride a little bit how I wanted to, and push a little harder. So I was trying. I was pushing a fast pace. Obviously, Jet was riding really well, and we were going fast. It's honestly been fun. Even though I've been getting second, I think the pace we've been having in these motos has been very high. And people like to compare it to last year, but it's not really comparable. I think every year the game elevates, and it's made me a better rider. And like I said, it's been fun learning some new things. And I think my form's always been good, and I think this year it's gotten better. So it's like I said, I can't hang my hat on too much. It's got to get better, and look forward, like I said, to these next 3 races and next year.
You got really close at one point. Then once you start lapping guys in the points, it gets hard. You got held up a little bit. I mean, you look back at that and you say, hey, man, I had 35 minutes. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the lappers they're tough, but everyone's got to deal with them. I ended up going off the track to go around one because the guy was just racing me. He looked back and raced me. I'm like, I'm just going to pass you off the track. I really don't care at this point. So just went around the guy and got back on the track. So, yeah, it's tough with the lappers, but like I said, everyone has to deal with them. And like I said, I had 35 minutes to make something happen. I got close a few times, but couldn't end up making anything work. So there was a few times I thought about just jumping this quad up on the finish line. Deegan did. I didn't pull the trigger. I was a little bit nervous to overjump it, but I thought about it a few times. That's how bad I wanted to win.
Well, thank you both. We look forward to seeing you in the new Super Motocross playoffs. And just remember, you guys, there's millions of riders out there that can't even hold a candle to you guys. Nothing to hang your hat on, but finishing second to a perfect season of Jet Lawrence. So congratulations for your season. Look forward to seeing you guys in the playoffs, and have a good couple of weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.